What is up, everybody? Happy Monday to everyone out there. Pressing buttons over here. Hope you guys had a good day yesterday. I, as usual, got slaughtered in DFS, but we're jumping back on the horn today. Going to be talking about tonight's Monday Night Football showdown slate between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. It is a $1 million to first and I think it's a $10 entry or $15 entry. Let me check that real quick. Good morning to you, Willis. Please remember to like and subscribe if you guys enjoy this free content. Gonna try to keep this video pretty short. Just rapid fire, what you need to know, how to get unique on these showdown slates. Once again, for anyone who's newer to showdown, one of the key things we want to do is we want to build unique lineups that can still win. So to review the ways to get unique: 1, leave salary on the table; 2, play low-owned players; 3, play low-owned player combinations. And we're going to review some of that today for this slate. I spent my morning prepping my parents' house for the hurricane that's coming for Florida. Hopefully that does not wreck the Tampa Bay area, but it could because Tampa's not been hit by a hurricane for 100 years. So when it finally does come, it's going to do some damage. Had a good do a show Wednesdays where we bet against the spread and had a good first week there for me. I think 9-5 at the moment with me having the Cowboys, I think like -2 or something like that tonight. So betting show's going good at least. Unfortunately, I can't legally bet in Florida, but maybe I'll start flying out to make some bets. So jumping into tonight's slate, one of the resources I want to remind you guys about is this article on PFF by Nathan Janke. He does this after each main slate, after each Monday Night Football game, after each Thursday Night Football game. And what we really like to see is it gives us the snaps, it gives us the route runs, it gives us the targets, it gives us the carries. And so let's first take a look for week 2 at the Giants and Cowboys. Now, first looking at the Giants, I want to remind us that this team is pretty weird at the moment. One is it would behoove you to go look at the week 1 snaps for the Giants. I'm not going to do that here to keep this video shorter, but who they're playing at wide receiver seems to be whoever the coach feels like in that given moment. Kadarius Toney is their most talented wide receiver, but he is not seeing the field. Kenny Golladay was banished to the doghouse week 2 after playing a lot week 1. So David Sills got a lot of work. Daniel Bellinger, a late round tight end best ball target for me, got a lot of work. And then Antonio Williams mixed in. Gary Brightwell got a snap. Matt Breida got a snap. So Antonio Williams looking like a low-owned guy. All of the tight ends are going to be low salary, low-owned guys, especially these guys, Tanner Hudson and Chris Myarick. Darius Slayton ran 4 snaps. So, it seems to make sense that now the Giants are 2-0, even though they're not playing their best players. But so they're like, maybe they're taking the wrong takeaway from this, where it's like, well, I don't need to play Kadarius Toney. And Kadarius Toney could be injured. He could be acting like an asshole at practice. I don't know. Eventually, my belief is talent will shine through. Shepard looks like the wide receiver 1 there. Richie James is moving into the slot for the injured Wan'Dale Robinson. And David Sills was the 3 last week. So who knows what they do this week, but we'll take a look there. Yeah, man, I noticed that the people that were in my mentions about me being happy I took Kupp over Jefferson have been awfully quiet lately. But it's okay. I'm not petty. Moving on to the Cowboys, just to take their week 2 snaps. Now, something we have to talk about the Cowboys is, one, Michael Gallup, I believe, is expected to play tonight. That would probably knock Brown down to the 3 and make these guys kind of irrelevant. Dalton Schultz, though, probably not going to play tonight. Tight end I like a lot for them. And perhaps that gives Jake Ferguson a role, or some people are excited about Peyton Hendershot. I think he's kind of an athlete, so we'll look into him. He could be a low-owned, low-salaried guy if Schultz is not a go. Running back, when you're playing against 200,000 people, you can play a low-owned Dowdle. I didn't even know this guy existed. But mainly the Elliott and Pollard show. So they're not as much of a question mark as the Giants. So that goes for the snap review. Looking into some salaries now, the Cowboys are a team that seems like they are trying to, like some people were before the season, they're like, oh, this is going to be Daniel Jones' season. Dable's going to unlock them. I'm a Bills fan, so I'm very, very familiar with Dable, and I was not a believer in that at all. You can see that he's getting solid rushing attempts, but he is being hidden as a quarterback. So they're trying to. Now they played 2 pretty bad teams in the Titans and the Panthers, so they were able to get away with, basically just giving Saquon as much work as he can handle and trying to run the ball, play defense. Get some read options, whatever there. So let's take a look at some of the low-owned salary guys. Again, if you are throwing 1 or 2 teams in the Millionaires, I would mix in definitely some Hendershot. Definitely, Slayton we saw get out there. Now he's like a name that the people that, know NFL, they actually know who this guy is, right? He used to be a person in fantasy football, but this guy, no one this is a new guy taking a leap. So I would guess that Slayton catches more ownership than Hendershot for that reason, even though Hendershot may have a better role. So maybe Slayton is just trending towards more work. I don't believe Wandale. Yeah, he's ruled out actually. He's definitely out, putting Richie James certainly in the mix here. I would say both defenses are in the mix, both kickers. But again, other ways to get unique, just to show you guys, is let's just build an example lineup right now with some players. So we'll have a CeeDee Lamb to Cooper Rushdak, a Barkley. Let's get Michael Gallup in there. I don't know how much he'll play. Let's get Richie James in there. He's a guy I like tonight. Just a slot wide receiver. And then we'll go with Hendershot or something like this. So you build a team like this, right? The players are really irrelevant. Don't take these players too much to life. Is you build a team like this, and then every player that is below CeeDee Lamb in salary, you then would build the same team, not changing a single player, and just putting Cooper Rush at captain and CeeDee Lamb at, if I could do that correctly, Cooper Rush at captain and CeeDee Lamb. So this just allows you to leave salary, and you know that most of the field that build this team has this team, but almost no one has this team with Michael Gallup captain and CeeDee Lamb in the flex. So that's something I recommend you do. The other thing I recommend you do to get unique, I forgot to mention this, is you can build onslaughts. So 5 players on one team, 1 player on the opposing team. The field generally builds more balanced teams. And then on DraftKings, the captain slot should really be usually wide receivers or quarterbacks a large portion of the time. Obviously, a running back can get there as well. Occasionally, a defense can mix in there, but that's pretty unlikely. I believe Cody Main of ETR, the Showdown King, I'm going to assume I picked this up from him, but I think he said in 5-1 builds, almost always or a large portion of the time, does the defense of the 5-1 team mix in there? So if we build a 5-1 team with the Cowboys, so let's do a CeeDee Lamb, to Cooper Rush, to I got to search for Zeke and Pollard. Let's just try to do Lamb captain. And then let's get some more Cowboys. So the Cowboys defense is a piece you want in these onslaught builds usually. We saw this on the Bills versus Rams slate week 1. And then whatever, Giants D. So it's a 5-1 build. We have both defenses, but when you build 5 of one team, the defense sneaks in there a large portion of the time. And that makes some sense from like thinking through it logically where, the Cowboys are going to just beat up on the Giants. The defense maybe gets a pick 6 or gets a lot of fumbles and turnovers. The Cowboys defense, I think, is good. You can see they got 6 sacks against the Bengals. It's against the Bengals. They let up a lot of sacks. But, I like betting on Micah Parsons. The Giants defense, I'm not impressed with, but they've been okay. So there's that on the showdown, guys. Don't have a lot more to say. If you guys have any questions, happy to take those. We're going to try to keep these videos to, 15 minutes or so. Reviewing my main slate. I think I may start having a video reviewing my main slate, but man, it was a real GPP weekend on Draftkings. A ton of low-owned guys got there. I would say a lesson from the main slate is the field is getting all nitty-gritty with matchups. And if you just played stars, so if you played the Lamar to Mark Andrews stack and you were like, I don't care about the Patriots defense like the field did, because people that paid up at tight end played Kelsey. Other than that, they were punting down at tight end, and Andrews caught like no ownership. And so to win large field GPPs, you needed like a Lamar to Mark Andrews stack, or at least it really helped. Some other low-owned guys that got there. I touted some of these guys, so I feel good about it. Is Olave got there. Now he was helped with some injuries, and that's going to happen, right? People are going to get helped with injuries. My main GPP teams were Bill stacks, which should have worked, man. Like they were on the field so much. Gabe Davis dropped a touchdown. That's rough. DeAndre Swift was on my main GPP team. And, that's just how it goes sometimes. Jamal Williams got all those running back snaps. That's rough. I didn't get in any of the Circa contests or anything like that. It just sounded like a fucking hassle for me to find someone in Vegas to make the picks for me. So I didn't end up doing it, unfortunately. But good luck to Bills Mafia. All right, guys. Well, that's all I got for today. Good luck with your showdown content, your showdown builds tonight. I'm definitely going to fire some teams at this Millie Maker, see if we can run pure. Probably staying out of the high stakes stuff unless I have a good feel for lineup. Hope I'll be back on Wednesday with my betting show with Bert for the week. If the Cowboys win this game, I believe I'll be 10-5. So pretty good week for me. Professional bettor, you could say. Got my little handicapper hat right here. Please subscribe. Have a great day. Good luck tonight.